This cross and plaque mark the location of St Edwin's Chapel. Edwin was a converted Christian king of Northumbria who was killed in battle in 633. The battle was originally thought to have taken place near Doncaster, although there is evidence that suggests the battle may have taken place somewhere near the village of Cookney, about 3 miles away from here. The cross was erected in 1912 by the Duke of Portland to mark the site of the Royal Chapel, Chantry and Hermitage, which was dedicated to St Edwin and was founded by King John, who paid a hermit to pray for his soul here. It's quite away from the visitor centre, but it's not that hard to find if you know where to look. This is Archway House, built for the Duke of Portland. It was started in 1842 and is a copy of the medieval Worksop Priory Gatehouse. In the niches you can see characters from the Robin Hood legend. I know there on the left is Robin Hood himself and above is Maid Marian. When it was constructed you could have seen Centre Tree through the archway, which is about 1.5 miles away. You had a nice clear path right through to Centre Tree from here. Today it's an holiday cottage that you can rent out. And was actually a school for a while as well. Just down from Archway House and we come to the River Mourne and the Duke of Portland's flood meadows. Now, water meadows are an old agricultural system designed to encourage early growth of grass to provide stock for grazing. They were hard work to create and the land had to be suitable and was usually not very fertile. The Duke had large amounts of rough pasture near the River Mourne, and the meadows covered an area of nearly 500 acres from Mansfield to Edwinstowe. If you walk along the path there, you'll eventually get back to the village of Edwinstowe. This is St Mary's Church in Edwinstowe. The village of Edwinstowe is the closest village to Sherwood Forest Visitor Centre, and where the church now stands is said to be the spot that King Edwin's headless body was temporarily buried after the battle before he was moved to Whitby. In fact, Edwinstowe means Edwin's resting place. The church dates from around 1175, for there is evidence of an older church on this site, and is more widely known as the church that Robin Hood and Maid Marian got married in, or as legend tells us. This is the Robin Hood and Maid Marian statue in Edwinstowe. Today, Marian is a big part of the legend, but she wasn't always so. In fact, she didn't turn up until the plays written for the May Day games in around 1508, and she may even started life as a character in a 13th century French play. This is St Mary's Church in Cookney, and it possibly stood next to a Moulton Bailey castle, but whether this castle was ever completed or not is unknown. What is remarkable about this church is during the 1950s, a mass grave was uncovered during repairs, containing remains of over 200 people that are believed to have been killed in battle during either the Saxon or Norman period. The main theory is that the battle was the one that King Edwin lost his life in, the one originally thought to have been at Doncaster. Another story comes from the ballad Robin Hood and the Valiant Knight, where 100 of the King's men fight 140 of Robin's men somewhere in the Greenwood. The local community are trying to raise funds for some proper archaeological work to be done. Well, a quick look inside.